So, hello. I am about to start. So, what I will talking about today, if you're watching my lessons about the sculpting, this is the ceiling designs, and this is why I'm doing sculpting. So, this is what I do decorate on every day basis. So, first of all, the link that Decoright is. It is my project, old one. Here the catalog, and I've been talking about in this year on the Wednesday. On the Wednesday, I've been talking about the Pastiche.design mostly, and how it works with contemporary engine for the year. So this is Pastiche.design. This is the catalog of Pastiche.design, and this is the catalog of Decoright. So today I want to tell you the story of Coffered ceiling designs, what they different, why they, what is the origination, where they originated from, and why is important some small features I will talking about. So the most interesting story is the PLC2. This is PLC2 ceiling design, and if we go to details here, so the PLC2 ceiling design, this one I love it very much, and not so far I had started to do the adjusting of this ceiling design for one of new project. So this is PLC2. As you see, it's quite different from the original one. First of all, because the room is more elongated, it is not the right shape here inside or the center, and so it is adjusted. It's severely changed to the circumstances of the project. So for example, the depth here changed. If you have a look at the original design, the depth in the center, so I'm accentuated the center here. I do the accent in the center, and everything else is kind of additional. At this design, the center is the same as those two rectangular frames at the left and right side, and because of the lights here and the scene at the room, here will be the one pendant light, here another one pendant light, and another one here. So 3 pendant lights on the same line, and because of that I've decided to change the accent first of all from this depth deep center severely accentuated to this more flattened. Plus of all, there's no recessed ceiling here, there's no any engineering system to hide behind the ceiling, and because of that it would be more flatter, and this one design was made to hide some recessed ceiling behind it. So I could show to you the variation also. So this one is you see, originally I wanted to make it more flattened, and the center was accentuated as well, and the place here for the decor, by the way, I could show this as well. File, maybe not, no, I could show it on the picture later. So you see here the design is more flattened. That's what originally I wanted, because that is for the contemporary flat, and I thought it will be better, more contemporary looking. And finally it's okay to be that the height of the ceiling there very high compared to average contemporary architecture design. So so I'll do it slightly less bright. Okay, so now PLC2 and another version, and everything flat in this version. And this version is where I have started thinking about the depth around, and the center is the same as the and another version. Oh, it's almost the same. Yes, by the way, I do not remember exactly now. You know, the programmers used to say that they do not remember. They need comments in the programs because they do not remember what's going on there after a week or so. So of course I do not remember what I wanted to adjust here and there, and those two versions. And but what is important and why I'm talking about this right now is this, because of, if we have a look at the design itself, PLC2, okay, it's PLC2, and let's have a look at the mesh. Where is it? It's here. So this is the mesh. You see how many conjunctions are here, the molding conjunctions here, molding conjunctions there, and I do some pretty fine-tuning details here. So I'm changing the profile to give it more accentuated view. Okay, so this is the last version. To accentuate the view, I make this field more wide. I took off this field here at all, so there was before. If you see here, it was more French kind of panel, and that's what the Decoright makes possible for you. So why I'm talking about the Decoright right now? So you could go to the catalog, choose whatever you want, or PLC 15, another my favorite now. Okay, and then send me the sizes you wanted, and I give you back files. So the files with mesh, with everything you needed for the design. Then we have a conversation online, and we discuss it, and the price so high for the Decoright. So there's a pricing menu, catalog pricing. So the price is for CG artist without the CAD files, etc. Includes these iterations. So it is not just the ceiling design you will got like stocks, but adjusted model. We will work online on it. You will got immediately mesh. You will check it immediately during the conversation, and you will request the changes. I will give you the changes. So if your interior designer wanted more, you will give it more. So there's another feature you should know about. So if we, for example, like here PLC4, I like PLC4 definitely. You like I don't know, PLC15, and you like this one PLC11, which will be great for the small ceiling designs. You go to the likes, and there's a share button. The share button, what it gives, it creates the collection you could share with your client, with your colleagues, with your, I don't know, with whom. And so this is the, just copy it, and you will have this collection and the link to this collection. It is not named, there is no need to registration. It is just a kind of collaborative tool, and when your colleague will got this link, he could understand what you want. So you have chosen for him a few ceiling designs, and you send them, you share with them, because the original idea that Decoright should be the collaborative tool for you and for your clients, for your colleagues, for your team, inside of your team. So let's have a look at the script. So what it is, what it does, this script, I mean, so is it true? So for example, we could change the size of the center. Okay, so the center could be smaller a bit. Okay, 500. Okay, okay, and this is also side panel could be smaller or bigger. What do you think? Okay, side panels, you see, oh, too much, 200. Okay, okay, and we see here immediate changes. Okay, so we see here the panels, how those changed. We see here the design, how it has changed. So we could bring back the shift of the center. So for example, here, by the way, you see the panels around the center, they could be more accentuated around the center if you have. So the design, the style you wish will be, so you could not only have conversation about which profiles to choose, but also which accent to make on the ceiling, which accent you want to get on the ceiling. And you see the mesh all the time rebuilds. So the mesh is rebuilt, and if you think that it is okay for you now, I could bake it, the mesh, and send it to you. You will check it in your environment, in your your program. Okay, so the sizes, of course, also could be changed on the fly. So we could let's change this more safely for the demonstration purpose. So okay, so it's wider now, and yeah, and see here. So this destruction is because of the profile is wider than the frame. It could be adjustable. We could adjust it. To fix it, probably center stretching could be just will be enough to change it. And here as well, side panels make wider. So okay, it's old beef could be fixed. So another one looks like it is the simple one, but it is the simple one. Yes, so you could design it yourself, and probably yes, you could. This is the mesh. You see, it is relatively accurate, so it is just it is program generated because of that some of the features here aren't absolutely readable, and so you will not do, for example, those lines, but it is generated. So, and again, so you could change profile here. Okay, so the profile, another kind of profile here. Okay, this one is more they will have different decorations. So this profile will have a small detail here, probably an empty space, and some beads here. Okay, and this profile will have just a big French decorated carved element. I don't know how to call it. It's not frieze, it's kind of, yeah, typical for French. So if you want to create French design, probably will be better to this type of profile using. Okay, and then another important, it seems like it's simple, but for example, if we have the margin here, the margin could be, especially for French style, margin, you see here the margin around the oval, here it is, there's no margin. So, and you see here we should cut all the profiles here, and if you have some doubts about the profile and the accent it made, and if it is not computerly generated, it will be for you just, you know, again change. Yeah, I know this feeling, that's why I have created Decoright and Pastiche.design. So the difference between Pastiche.design and Decoright, the basic is here the same. You see, I'm doing, I have script, and you got the files, but the Pastiche.design gives you the design in your hand. I do not promise to you to give it, to do it with Decoright at the moment. I'm sorry, but I do not have an investment. If you are interested, so you are welcome. We could create it together. So with Pastiche.design, you design what you wish, what you want. You change here the sizes. Okay, so, and design the ceiling you like with a center line, with no center line, some kind of more accentuated center line, or it make like that. Yeah, even just stripes here. So, oh, okay. And every template here is flexible, so this one is extremely flexible. It gives you so kind of absolutely order design. It's could give you, so this, you see absolutely new vision of this. And again, the profile, the width of the profile. It was originally designed for the real plaster producer. They could use it for their purposes. So because of that, there's a sizes of this pattern, because they will model this pattern in real life, and this is on what depends the price. And if you register as a plaster producer, you will be able to change these parameters and even call a price. Okay. Yeah, and by the way, if you are registered, you could name your designs here. So I don't know, online room, and send the link on your design. Send the link on your design to me or to your colleagues, as always. Okay, to your colleagues. So this is the same design as you see, and So this is the Pastiche design. But Pastiche design is simpler. There is the simpler because there's only one profile, and that's what I want to talking about today. I mean historical part. So if you have a look here at every ceiling design I have, okay, there's no frames hanging on the ceiling, even in this version of with okay, with margin around this wall. And there's no just frames hanging on the wall. There's no them here. There's no them here as well. Okay. Although I have here a profile which up of this plane, maybe this way will be better to see. Okay, those profiles are up, but there's no frames, just frames hanging on the wall. And this is important because of, if we have a look at the history of those ceiling designs, and not they all come not only ceilings, they all comes from the wood, from the boiserie. Okay, boiserie, and the boiserie made in the way. So it is wall panels, the wall panels surrounding the entire room, okay, and oh, how to find it? I'm sorry, I have forgotten to prepare for this question. Yeah, but maybe we'll be lucky and there is some immediate result here. So maybe this one lead us to some changes. I'm sorry. Pinterest is a great place, of course, to find, but sometimes it is just hard. Yeah, that's it. So it came from the boiserie. Okay, the boiserie were made of wood, and the wood is awfully unstable material. Okay, and it will not. It is all the time growing, shrinking, etc. So because of the humidity in the air, because of for many reasons. Okay, and you see here the profiles of this frame for this time is for door, and by the way, it is a good example because the doors still made in this way often. Okay, and so if you have a look at the here, okay, so this is how it was made. So there because of the wood is unstable, it is hard to make plain thin plate of the wood. Actually, it is so hard that people when they build something like that in wood, they choose the direction of wood in the way that it will compensate one each order. So to create something wide and plain and thin from wood, it is very difficult. And when we start to speak about this boiserie boiserie. Oh no, it's further. This boiserie, the walls full of made of wood. It became obvious that it is much simpler and more convenient to create a frame and then put in that frame some smaller plane. Okay, so this is the construction of these wood panels. They're frame made of thick timber, and there's a thin like Plymouth, but it wasn't invented at that time. Put it inside. Okay, and what the profile does, it hides this change this conjunction. It plays with this conjunction, and so it is the theory of moldings. Very good books. You should read it if you want the details, but it conveys the interplay between planes. So if we have a look here, it is the same, especially on this design. Okay, you see, if you have a look at this profile, okay, you have a look at this profile, it is here, this is our frame. This is the profile which holds the plate, and this is the plate it holds. You could check it on the Pinterest. Okay, I could not make it bigger, I'm sorry. Haven't prepared, so yeah, that's kind of thing. Okay, and this is how it is originally made. So what we see here is the heritage of the wooden architecture, wooden construction, and because of that, and not only because of that, there is another reason for that, but first of all, because of that, because it was imitation of wooden complicated design, because of that we should repeat it. We should repeat it in 3D. We should repeat it now because of historically it is descent from this type of design, and it is not only because of that, but also you see here there is a game of the beams and bulkheads which hold the ceilings above, so that there is no collection of frames hanging from the ceiling. Okay, it is there's depth somewhere there, and you read this while you look at this by naked eye. Okay, it will be better to see it here because of yeah. So we see the frame, the beams which holds something above, and the different levels here create different accents, but the main idea is exactly this one. And to show the good examples, I found this on Sotheby's. It will be sold pretty soon, but you see here what is important. This is the frame. This is the frame. Okay, this is the frame, the main frame. So this is the frame. This is the frame. those profiles put it inside of this frame and holds the inner plates. This is the architecture of this. And when you create, even I don't know, have you seen or no? If you haven't, you should. The Quixel showed the demo for Unreal. They collection of stones and rocks, and they did the lessons about how to design that. And what is important that they have said that when you put rocks, you should thinking bigger. You should think why the rocks are here. You should think about what kind of types of rocks are here. So if you put here limestone, therefore the main mountains should be made of limestone or granite. And if, for example, debris of limestone and the main volume of granite, so it wouldn't work. Even here, in this simple landscape, you should think bigger. So why not to think here? Okay, so because of I see everywhere the guys who started to do such designs, make plane and put here a frame. So no, it is not collection of frames, because it loses its the basic idea, its very idea. There is a frame which holds the entire volume, and the holes filled with another plane, and that's the architecture, that's the structure. So that's what we see, what we believe in, what we believe that holds the design. So actually that's all. That's all what historical information I want to convey to you, and I could show to you another maybe design. So yeah, I haven't changed the size here. So play with this. I did, doesn't matter. So for the PLC 4, I will show to you PLC 4. I love PLC 4 as well. So this is PLC 4. The PLC 4 design is here. What's happened? Skype. PLC 4 design is here. I love it. And it is the same as you see, the frame holding the frame, the intersection of beams, the cross of beams, holding some structure above this ceiling design. There are two levels here, so this level belongs to cornice, but anyway it is somehow below this, and this supported by this structure of beams supported by this beam and this cornice part as well. And there are three levels here, so those additional parts shallow, and this deeper slightly, and this is the deepest part of because of in this case it was made to accent the center. Maybe if I will play with this, I will change something, and someday if there's some other situation. For example, it is common nowadays, the hidden lights, the lights line of lights, so we could maybe accentuate those shapes rather than this one. Yeah, it's possible. So it's up to you. It's up to you what to play. So that's what I wanted to say to you. Okay, I wanted to give you some inside information about the historical part. So you could make some your investigation. Okay, I wanted to tell you about how to use the collections. Okay, and I told you about the difference between Pastiche.design. So it is obvious. So here is only one profile for the entire design, and here we have a collection of sometime more than 6, 7 profiles. It depends on the design. So here, for example, this you see here we have one profile for this part, and again the beam structure is here like that, and one profile here and one profile here. So in here we have a few profiles, and again not just simple frames, and here in this design as well, one profile, second profile. So it's mostly designed to be sophisticated, and all of them are scripts. So yeah, I will generate for you the design you will need it. Okay, so if you have questions, put them please. There's no registration on Decoright right now, there is this registration on Pastiche.design. The reason for registration is to tell me that you are CG artist and you want to only the 3D model. You do not need CAD files, you do not need difficult collaboration around the production part. That's probably all for this section. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like it. I haven't told today about Unreal Engine, but believe me, this ceiling design is compatible with Unreal Engine. A bit too high poly for it, but you see here, yeah, it's showing itself. So yeah. Oh, by the way, maybe we could see frame here. You know? Do you know? Wireframe. Here. Wireframe. So we could see wireframes here. Let's make material darker. Yes. So this is wireframe. So every angle doubled. It's actually a subdividable model as well. Everything is smooth, and the sharpened part are rounded. The round part could be adjusted as well. So here, for example, let's have a look. Is it possible to show it here? Okay, we have trouble here. Where is this? I'm sorry. Yes, somewhere here. So for example, you see it is more closer now, so it is adjustable as well. Yes, it is bigger now. No, not too easy to notice, but oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's all about this for today. No wireframes. Okay, so see you. I hope you like the design. I think next time the same session I will work with a particular design and study the pattern, how it could be better or worse, how it could interact with interior. Okay, so see you, bye guys.